I don't sell anything. I just propose, and the business have to work with it. Everybody has to find its own way. Circumstances when I started were so different that I don't think my advice is really important, because the drama with young designers, it can be easily pretentious before it's too early to be pretentious.
Yeah. History is important in every kind of work and job that you're doing. For a designer, it's interesting to have a wider perspective of the world and of the arts and of the way of communicate. Visual arts, of course, more than everything.
It's just important to like have a voice and be saying something, and be saying something that's different from everything else that's out there. You know, it's a different time now. There's so much noise out there, and there's so many designers, and you go on style.com and you scroll and you scroll and you scroll, and like there's just so many names.
It's just harder to like,
and it's harder to be kind of
get your name out there, I think, now.
It's hard work, but I think it's a very safe and rewarding career. When the economy is tanking, people will still go pay to receive great art.
It's got to come from somewhere within, because I always say everything already exists in a sense. If you're going to do anything, trying to find your own voice.
I don't know, I would never, if I was a kid, I would never be in a band. I would learn to play guitar and then go straight to like...
Your advice to a young musician if they want to be?
Yeah, I would say, you know, being in a band is one thing, but it's like maybe being in a band when you're 40 and you've already created like a lot of masterpieces, then create a band just for the sake of it. But one-man show, if you have the personality and the attitude, you can pull off anything right now. I think that's, you know, streamline it as much as possible. If you want to survive, you got to like make ends meet. I would move to Philadelphia too, because you can pay your rent there.
The crisis opened different scenarios in the minds of everyone, because you need to find new ways to communicate to the people. And today is a different world. We are not only referring to U.S. market or European market, but there is, for example, the Asian market, Japan, China, Great China, and I don't know, South America. Now that India, every country now is emerging, is growing so fast.
Today, there are two jobs everybody wanted: music jobs in the music world, to sing, or to be in fashion, to be a stylist. Those are the two most convoted jobs by the young, because I get hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of letters how I can do that, and I think she gets the same, and the other music people get them too.
Do you agree with this?
Yeah.
I think pop music's probably in the best state I think that it's been in a long time. I know there's like a real alchemy to it, and a lot of it's done in like studios, but I think the science behind pop music's become really interesting in the way tracks are made, specifically to like hit your endorphins, and so much music out there that's just like undeniably exciting. So on one hand you've got that, and then on the other hand I'm really interested in stuff that people are, you know, making in their bedrooms, like kids. I get excited by everything and I'm not a purist either. I like pretty much everything too.
And you play quite
I'm
a few
just like an
instruments,
auditory slut.
I'm always listening to the music in my mind, in my head, you know, and writing it. So I don't have much time to sort of listen to other people's music. But when I relax, I always like to listen to old Indian music.
I used to go to so many concerts when I was a teenager.
Music festivals?
Yeah, well, I like left school and followed the dead around for a little while, actually. But I feel like I never see any concerts anymore. I mean, occasionally here and there, but I definitely like to kind of...
It's nice to look at all the people,
yeah,
the kids,
I feel like there's a lot of good shows in
casting.
Brooklyn in the summer, so I'm kind of looking forward to enjoying a little bit of that this summer.
British musicians that I work with, like a George, they do it from the heart, and they know their craft, and they feel it. They feel music, and they feel what they're singing suddenly feels like it has a story rather than just words.
Mozart, Wagner, Bach. We love Kanye's new album. We are listening to that all the time. I think he's one of the most compelling people that I've ever seen live in terms of performance. And I think part of that is that he is just equally as much a visual artist. So he's so aware of all the visual components, and that's a huge part of really owning a stage and being able to command a large audience.
And to be conductor, I mean, you know that a musician
is pretty much orchestrating what people are seeing, and then they're making the audience feel a certain way.
It's weird. I think we have a lot of like rights that people don't have when you're doing music or being a musician, because we don't have to follow any preconceived notions about what I'm supposed to be doing.
Being a musician, you're kind of given permission to be bad.
He is someone that definitely embodies, you know, everything that I think is sexy and attractive and aspirational about, you know, a man's style.
Vinyl collectors collect records that are everlasting, I feel like, you know. Records and songs that last for longer, that are more, you know, deeper than just your typical flash in the pan stuff. But I love the flash in the pan stuff too. I'll be flashing in the pan all day long.
You just want to do what, you know, you do creatively, like you create your own work, I think.
Yoko is just...
Yoko.
She's Yoko.
She's such an icon.
She's like the ultimate icon.
Yeah.
When I think of icon, her name is the first person that pops in my head.
Yeah.
So I have many hats and many glasses.
Yeah.
You know? And not so much clothes. I mean, I just like, you know, old clothes.
Yeah.
So then I wear my old clothes, and then I just change the hats and the glasses.
Yeah.
I'm a different person.
Yeah. When I heard first about her, I thought it was a joke. That somebody was like somebody making up something what didn't exist. With a name like hers, I'm sorry to start first, but there is already a sound connection, so there can be a style connection.
Absolutely. Janelle, Chanel.
I only wanted her.
We need nothing. We're simply
I'm
ourselves.
so easy with her, I don't even think about it. You know, I even don't see the camera, I see her. Huh?
Yeah. Their vibes are perfect. Now I always go for vibes because, you know, I make music and art and all that, and vibration is so important. This whole world is going to be a beautiful, peaceful world if we keep giving good vibration.
I like your vibrations too.
And the jacket, you know, I mean, it's really hip. So I loved it.
Thank you.
Oh, it's yours.
Love unrequited never gets saved. I think I'm a long way from being saved. So maybe it will never come.
Most people think, okay, well, you're not a passion person, so, you know. But then the thing is, most artists, you know, they know how to, you know, they feel that they're burdened, you know, their manners are artistic. I mean, part of art.
I really think that, like, bands, especially, have sort of let slip on image, and kind of I'm trying to sort of bring back that kind of look, and I think it's really important to integrate the two. Like the Zombies and the Kinks and the Who, Stones, you know, classic.
You know, some girls I work with...
I love that you love the Kinks. I love the
They're
Kinks.
amazing. Some girls I work with won't listen to music made after 1980. They go...
That's just weird.
And also, you know, the world has changed. I don't think people can make big empires like they used to do in the past. Now, the things is changed, the levels are different, but I don't believe that there are undiscovered geniuses. If they have something to say, somebody will find out in the end there's something to say.
It's about time.
Maybe there are too many who want to talk. Today, designers are okay, me included, but the guarantee is a big label. That's the world there is today. Huh? It's LVMH, it's Chanel, it's whatever, but that's a guarantee for people. Huh? So when they start to say, oh, the capitalism, there's nothing to do with it. That is a thing in the new world what creates jobs for thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Absolutely.
What people easily forget when they think, oh, too much shopping, too much this. Why? That make, if you keep the money, who will earn some money?
It's just something you love, and you're giving. It really, sometimes it doesn't even matter if you get anything back. The singing itself is the reward.